So this is what we got. See, we got a full drain pan. You sure it's not up high enough. And it's not level. I say that, I mean to my standards. I normally put them on 4 to 6 inch stands. And they get to the high up enough so you can get a pitch. And if it's not level, I'll normally use shims. And if it's real bad, I'll go ahead and use these isolation pads. It's not draining how it's supposed to. So everything is draining into this pan. This pan is an emergency pan. See right here, you got standing water in the pan. The pan is not a drain. The pan is an emergency drain. It's not a primary drain. And that's what you got going on here. See it? It's saturated. It needs to be tilted up. But then you got these hard pipes. That might, hard pipe duct, that might make it a little harder to tilt this whole thing up. So you have to take maybe a section down the back here and go with flex. For each duct will have to come off. You got one back here, 1, 2, 3, 4 ducts it looks like. Because they branch off. So let me look. You got 1, 2, 3. Coming off the plenum. You see anybody? By these being hard duct, when you try to pick this plenum up, you're gonna bend them. So you need to cut it to make it flex. And that means just go to the nearest joint that comes from the plenum to the nearest joint on the hard pipe, cut it off and run flex from that. And running flex from your new plenum to the first joint your hard pipe will enable you to lift the whole unit up. So you got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 on one side. 4. You got 5 altogether. So 5. And this one branches off and goes and feeds the majority of the house. This one back here. So, what you got happening is, you got this flow switch in the pan. So this is for the pan. So when the water gets too deep in that pan, what happens is that flow switch engages and it cuts the power off. Goes on like this. Every time it senses water, it turns the unit on. So I'm gonna shot back this out, but it's gonna do it again until you lift this whole unit up and put stands underneath it, tilt it forward. But in order to do that, you have to work with this ductwork too. And this is what we got. So what we're gonna do is vacuum this water out. About as dry as I can get it. And you can tell by this drip here that the whole thing's saturated. It hasn't been draining right. See this? It's supposed to be dripping into the main drain. It's dripping out. So it kind of needs to be like reinstalled as a whole. So what I'm gonna do for right now is I'm gonna put the flow switch back on. But it's only give you a couple days while you decide what you want to do. And this is a warranty call. Me personally, I would have allowed to replace them, but because the repair is going to be about the same thing. You have to uninstall that thing and then reinstall it. So I would have went with a new unit since the whole air handler is under warranty. But this is a warranty call from a warranty company, so we got to do what they say to do. We just report the findings. It's about a couple days, but we really got to make this change. Yeah, and the lack of insulation on this blower door doesn't help with the condensation either, by the way. So once that switching gauges, it's gonna turn this unit off again. And we can't leave it off because we can't let it run all the way over. It's gonna cause damage to the sheetrock. Not just damage to the sheetrock, water does a number to a house in general. So you might got a couple days.